Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Tonight, wrangling them in.
Our family's involved in the beef project. There's light horse, there's sheep, there's goats, there's swine. I believe there's also a heavy horse club. There'll be homecraft. There's all different aspects.
The 4-H Expo calls all clubs in the area as the annual event kicks off in the border city. Plus, planting and pruning. The Lloydminster Hospital gets a flowery makeover.
In sports, home turf. The Lloydminster rugby teams had their home opener today at the Service Sports Centre.
This is Newcap News with Annika Notveit.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. The Lloyd X is ramping up to host the 4-H Expo this weekend. Today, clubs from around the region made their way to Lloydminster, getting set for tomorrow's competition. The border city. More than 20 clubs have come to the border city. Today they make their final preparations before presenting their work to the judges tomorrow.
The whole expo has so much to offer. It's all young people that have put in a pile of work into their entire project for approximately the last 8 to 10 months, and they're here to show off what they've done.
Light horse clubs from many towns will compete tomorrow in both show and gymkhana events. Those involved in the cattle project will end up selling their steers Monday to wrap up their year.
Our family's involved in the beef project. There's light horse, there's sheep, there's goats, there's swine. I believe there's also a heavy horse club. There'll be homecraft. There's all different aspects.
Opening ceremonies go tomorrow at noon. The expo will run throughout the day and wraps up with the beef sales Monday afternoon. The Lloydminster Hospital had a makeover this past week. Plans started 3 years ago, and now those plans were planted literally in the ground around the exterior.
I always thought that this entryway to the hospital could be something magnificent, and I think tonight you'll agree that it's something magnificent tonight. So it's your entry point into the health system.
It's a real team building, and it helps with engagement and morale with all of the staff, as well as for patients. This was a patient area where patients come for lunch and times to rest during the day.
Staff and volunteers say each department at the hospital has a section, and the updated landscaping was much needed.
Well, it's a complete makeover. Over here there was quite a few old shrubs. There was some plants. It wasn't maintained. There was no flowers in here at all.
We will start working our way back into getting more perennials and bushes and that kind of stuff. So there's not quite so many plantings, and it's more pruning type of thing from year to year.
Whitaker adds they can always use more volunteers, and if you want to help out, to call the hospital's volunteer department. All right, back to the border city now. The Canadian Cancer Society estimates more than 190,000 Canadians will be diagnosed with cancer in 2015. Nearly everyone has been affected by the disease in some way. That's why when Lloydminster's Relay for Life was cancelled in January, there was an immediate outcry from the community. Last night, the 15th Relay for Life went ahead. 240 cancer survivors were accompanied by hundreds of participants in a show of community support. The night was full of spirit as dance groups and other acts lit up the amphitheater stage. This year saw roughly $42,000 raised for cancer research. While significantly less than last year's $150,000, participants say it's $42,000 more than if the relay had been cancelled.